Okay, I just want you to take judicial notice of the fact that I can make a point from this rock. No, it doesn't matter to me whether or not you believe me. But then this one, now this was in the bucket underneath the giveaway bucket, and this is like giveaway to the enemy of your worst enemy's worst enemy bucket. Now, what you should do with this is find a door to your house you normally don't use and the exit or entrance to your house that you hate the worst, and shove this under the door from the inside. That's what you should do with this. Or if you have any junk cars in your yard, and I know no one in my audience would have junk cars in their yard. All the cars in your yard are valuable in one manner or another. But if you do, go up to them, even if they're on perfectly flat, level ground, and shove this under the wheel, tire attached to the wheel, to prevent, if there was some geoseismic shift in space-time. Dang. Y'all. Okay, so like, I hit it with a big, like 6.5 pound solid here, and I get a 2-inch flake. I mean, granted, it's a nice flake, and that right there would just cut like, I mean, you could skin 8,000 deer with that. Not that I believe the deer should ever be skinned. Deer are my favorite people. I don't eat them. I don't chase them. I don't bother them. I don't look at them sideways if I'm driving by them, okay? So, all cool. I think I might be having some sort of breakdown here. Don't care, it's entertainment. I don't know what to do. I knew when I picked this rock up and I said, I'm gonna just work that into the production somehow. Why? I mean, look at it. And this is an amusing rock. The only way it could be more amusing is if it came from a weasel. You remember in a video like 3.4 years ago, I said something about everything's funnier if you work weasel into the conversation. Do you remember that? Because I know I said it. I don't know why that's the only thing I remember about these videos. Oh, dang. You're in big trouble now, Freeze. How am I going to get out of this video without being ultimately humiliated beyond anything that's ever occurred before? I need a plan. Quick, come up with a plan. I don't got a plan. It doesn't look that bad. It's homogeneous material. It doesn't look bad. But it's like, it's just unbelievably dense. I mean, look at that. You saw how hard I hit that thing. You're my witnesses. Y'all gonna be called. All right. Okay, so here's the plan. Sacrifice. Downward sacrifice. But see, it bulbed bad right there. There was damage in there. There's a crack here. That ain't me. That was there. I guess just as far as what I was saying about the heat and stuff, you just need to go to that website and read that guy's stuff because he knows more than me about it anyway. So it's just, We're just going to call this a punt. Am I even on camera when I'm hitting? I'm probably not. Hit down here. That's got damage too. Those are cracks. Something may have gone thump and bump on this thing. Don't know where it came from, but, well, it's Pedernales amoeba, but it came out of a quarry. It could have got hit by something on that end or something. Now, in theory, if it weren't for this crack right there, in theory, we'd be getting somewhere with this. Let's see what happens. See, the pushing on it sunk it, isolating this more and making a bigger ridge. So now, if I can not mess up this, wish me luck. Overshot. But what am I going to do with this? I mean, that's got a seam in it right there. I don't know. Worry about one thing at a time. Take one day at a time. One day at a time. When life is getting tough, you just, you know, swim hard and coast through. Or something. Do not let little kids come play in your debitage pile. Just say no. There are some good blades down there on the floor. That's not hittable. Too low. See, I knock it off and raise it up. And it still probably isn't hittable, but I feel better about it. That seems sort of a problem. I'm going to try and cheat it a little bit diagonally. Now see, what was a big problem there is really kind of not. Of course, there's no real point to this exercise other than my own amusement, which is important. Yes, and now you have become part of the entertainment too. Shoot him across there. This is not great. It's too low. This is really too low, and it's more or less straight right there. It actually is kind of a slight concavity in there. So I'm going to try and hit above the edge a little bit, but this isn't really shaped great for it. We'll see. It worked. All right, well, I'm going to get these razor sharp edges off all this so I can hit somewhere else. And now I got to figure out, so, okay, so see, here is a huge failure point. I mean, you look at it wrong and that's going to snap because everything about it's wrong. And I got knobbiness and heaviness and a seam. And I don't know what to do. Who can we call? This is just terrible. Why do I get myself into this stuff? It would be so easy for me to rest on my laurels of having made 800 pointless videos. You know why I did that? So I could come back. Do that. But, you know, my seam is messing with me. But nonetheless, well, I didn't want to get that much of it, dang it. The problem is it was so steep that I was trying to hit it quickly to yank that flake off of there before it had time to skate off it, because I'm a napper, not a skater. And although, I mean, you know, I did have a longboard at one point in time. So, I mean, I did something there, but it's not optimal. All right. So now we're getting somewhere. See? It's coming up. And I think I'm going to hit another backwards flake here. But in this time, I'm going to try and... The point of this is I'm going to hit one back here to give me a bevel where I can hit up there and raise this a little more. But at the same time, I'm going to try and come in with this a little bit. Should I do that? What the heck. And have it on the leather and push kind of hard to where it'll start working on that. So now I've got, once I do this now, then I've got that ridge. Yeah, boy, I tell you what. This is that new kind of entertainment I've read about. I need to be streaming this stuff, whatever that means. So you got to know when your limits are, when to stop. Don't want to hit that one like it's a train. I just worked the train in a conversation. Trains are special. Well, here's the problem. I'd like to hit that, hold that, and support it and put pressure on it and sink that flake like a big dog, because I got serious thickness here. This whole video is gonna stink from being out of where I need to be. All right. Again, you know, you gotta know when to stop. But I needed some pressure on there, so I put it down there kind of hard, and it sort of flattened it out quite a bit, but could have been better, but it sure could have been worse. About the only thing today is accomplished is if anybody was longing for the sound of my voice, they got it. I mean, what are the odds of that? Now there's like 4 or 5 flakes just stopped right in there. But they all stopped kind of, you know, under low power run, because that's where I wanted them to stop. That's where I needed them to stop. So ain't no point forcing them in there too crazy hard, because don't want to dive them there. Because I'm halfway thinking I might be able to. I wonder if I can try that. Let me try and hit another one over here, although I don't think this area is going to be involved in the subsequent situation. Hit another one there. So there's that. Well, hit one more here. Okay, so we got like 8 flakes or whatever going into there. Y'all can go back, rewind this and count them carefully and tell me that, no, you're wrong, Jerry. It was 7.3. I got damage and issues right here, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to pull this off at all. Why is it getting dark? I'm going to try it. I did get some of it. I cut off, you know, well, it blew on over there. I cut off some of it. That's about as good as I could do under that situation. I can drive this next one. It'll come over here and then set up another one and try and hit in there. So we'll try that. Well, it just got dark fast. What on earth is happening? Oh, gosh, I hate when y'all make me do that. Who sneezed? I heard somebody sneeze. Messed me up. Okay, so see, yeah, trying to clear on down because, you know, do some good if you're going to do something. You got to get that rock whipping into shape. Do something good. Well, I don't know about this here, but wish me luck. I need to hold my mouth really right on this. Here's the situation, more or less flat. Junk down here that needs to come off at some point. Wrong angle for it because it, you know, you'd really like to cut it off from there. Hitting obliquely on this thing, but I'm just going to try and support it semi-right. There it is. It's gone. Of course, I sunk it some, but I didn't get down into the middle, so that's fine. So we've gotten rid of the danger zone of the, you know, narrowness and big bulbs and weight. So really, although we still have a big problem, the big problem is that there's a lot of thickness here and there's not a lot of width. Not a lot of width, a lot of thickness. So, don't know, man. Don't know. But I do know that knapping's fun. So you say, well, you ain't accomplishing much. Oh, yes, I am. I'm having fun. That went all the way down there with the support, and I didn't sink it too much. We're all right. But it was a little bit aggressive. That was trickier than it looked with how I was supporting it. I'm raising up this part and not lowering that part, so there's method to the madness. And all these things, you know, are coming on down. There are still challenges in this, though. Just due to the shape. Sometimes you can just be too meticulous and not recognize opportunities, and like right there, I just lost some width. Raise things up. Need to be aggressive. Be right back.